Jack Spade back here with you with High Noon Leatherworks for another leather adventure. And today we're going to do an easy leather earring project. So come on in and let's get started. Alright, so we're going to do a pretty quick little project here. And for pierced ears. And you could buy all these pieces at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, any hobby store. But here's what I'm starting with. And for each set, and I'm hoping you can see this on my hand if I get it close enough to the camera. These are split rings, kind of like a key ring except super small. So I've got a real small one. It's probably about 3/16 of an inch. This one's probably about, I'm going to say 5/16 of an inch. And then I've got the part that actually hooks in to the ear. So those are the three pieces plus our leather that we're going to be working with. So first thing we want to do is take the piece the hook that goes into the ear and the large 5/16 split ring, and we're going to put that split ring on the earring hook. So there's the larger one. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take some leather lace, and you can use anything. I've got any color. I've got brown, dark brown, black, red, blue, gray. I mean, you can get this stuff in all different kinds of colors. And you want to pick a piece of lace, and we'll do red. You want to pick one that's pretty uniformed, because sometimes you can get this lace and it's just not very uniform in thickness. You know, somebody didn't do a very good job cutting it out. But get one that's in uniformed width, and then what you want to do is fold it over in half, and you want these to be, starting out, you want them to be approximately 3 inches long, folded over. So you're actually going to use a 6-inch piece of lace for each earring. So I'll cut that off. I've got a heavy-duty pair of shears. I'll cut that one. I'll match it up to the second piece of lace, and I'll cut that one. So that gives us 2 pieces of lace 6 inches long. One for each earring. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that piece that I put together on the hook, and I'm going to put my lace through that split ring and then match those ends up. Now, you don't have to be perfectly matched because you're going to do a finish trim anyway. So I actually put that through that split ring like so. There's the other view. Now I'll take my shears and I'm going to put just a slight angle point on both ends of that lace. And what that's going to do is that's going to help allow that to fit in that really small ring that we're using. So then you're going to place both pieces of lace, and sometimes, depending on the thickness of your lace itself, because like I said, sometimes it's not very uniform. That's why it's best to kind of go through your lace before you get started doing this and pick out a good piece. And what you do is you just keep working that lace through that split ring. So I just keep working it on there with my fingernail, thumbnail, and I just keep pushing it further and further up until I can get a hold of it either with my other fingernails, or I like to use a very small pair of curved needle nose. Now you can use any kind of needle nose pliers, but the smaller the better. And then I grab a hold of it and pull that lace through, both ends at a time. So I'm pulling both pieces through that ring, not just one piece, but both pieces. You can see the other end where it's got the hook is getting smaller and smaller as I pull that through there. Now I can tell you, the more you do this, especially, well, first getting started, if you're going to do a bunch of them, I would definitely suggest you get a small pair of needle nose, because if you don't, your fingers are going to get very, very sore pulling those through there. And then once you get it pulled through there, that's what it looks like. And that's the finished earring, except for trimming it down. So let's go ahead and do the second one of the pair. And we'll put our split ring on our hook that goes through the ear. Take our second piece of lace, slide it through the big split ring. Take our shears, just barely angle the ends, both ends of the lace. Then take the small ring and place the lace, both pieces of lace, through that small ring. Now, that small ring, you're not just going to push those through, because it has to be good and tight and snug at the top when you're done, or this won't work. It'll the lace will work its way loose, and you'll end up losing that part of the earring if you don't catch it. So I'm just working that piece on there real slow. I know it's hard to see, but I can't quite keep my hands out of the way while I'm doing it. And I just keep pushing that on. Now this one's a little tougher. So what you can do is you can take a pair of needle nose, or these are flat nose pliers, and squeeze down a little bit on the end of that lace, and that will conform a little bit to that by squeezing down on both pieces at the same time. And then place your ring on there before your leather goes back to its original thickness, and you can get that. Normally 9 times out of 10 you can get that started on there. And I'll show you what I did. So by squeezing that down that allowed me to get that ring started. And then just continue working that ring up those two pieces of lace. You can see I'm about a ½ inch up now. And then once I get that far, I can grab my needle nose pliers, and you don't want to squeeze on your lace, you just want to catch that split ring so that you can pull that lace through there. Now, sometimes it gets super tight. It just keeps pulling on it. You might want to turn it up so that your hook goes down and doesn't pinch in your lace as you pull it up. And then just pull it up snug. So it gives you a real good idea of how snug it should be. Then, to finish this off, there's our two earrings of the pair. To finish it off, what we're going to do is we're going to trim them down so that they match at the length that we want. I normally cut these from the ring, the small ring, down to 2 inches. And I'll just grab it at 2 inches. And I do put a slight angle on it, not a point or anything, but a slight angle. Take the second one, do the same thing, grab it at 2 inches, slight angle, and there are the finished earrings. And that's with red lace leather. You could use, like I said, any color, it doesn't matter. Brown, white, blue, gray, black. So I did a bunch of these for a show we went to for 4th of July. People, I had red and blue and white, and the people were even buying them and mixing and matching. So, but a quick little project you can do, awesome, pair of little earrings, very inexpensive. I'd say probably with the hardware and everything, I don't have 50 cents in those earrings. And you can sell them for $5 a pair at a craft show. Alright, so there's a quick little project that you can do. Very simple, very inexpensive, and very quickly. You can do it very quickly. So you could sit watching TV and do those and knock out a dozen pair in probably an hour easy. So try it if you'd like, and guarantee you if you give somebody those as a gift, they're going to love it. So I appreciate you coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. Please come back to the next episode and we'll be doing another new project. So like I always say, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.